Hey guys, welcome to another Trade Genius podcast. Got my good friend Bob Kudla here. Guys, retail is all in. We got two really important charts to show you guys in today's podcast. Let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
So as we said, retail's all in, and this is important because a lot of times it's an inflection point in the market. Bob, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, not only all in, Phil, it's all in forever. I don't think that retail has been this engaged in the stock market in, probably ever. It's mind-boggling to me. We've always talked about the market can't truly roll over unless the big money can get the retail crowd to take their stocks from them. And 2-3 years ago, we were just saying, oh, retail's being smart this time. They're not falling for it. Well, all of a sudden they have fallen for it. And that demise is going to be swift and sudden and brutal, and people are going to be pretty ticked off. And so I wanted to show this chart to you. I mean, look, who's left to buy? And so now it's all a matter of just, could we squeeze the last derivative out of people as we end this move? And before I throw it over to you, February data suggests after week 1, February, weeks 2, 3, and 4 are net red and declining each week. So, we probably are reaching our peak, probably tomorrow. And I know you have thoughts on how that all works, and not to scope it today, but I think we're probably looking at maybe Friday up, Monday up, and then really start Tuesday with the rollover into the end of February, then actually through March too. But I want to throw this other chart over to you, because not only are we saying these things, but there's a sentiment reading too, and I'm going to give it back to you.
Yeah, so Bank of America has their buy and sell signals based on where the sentiment is, and the sell side equity sentiment right now is 1% off from an official sell signal. So it's similar to what we saw with the consumer confidence expectation, which is in its 99th percentile of bullishness. But the sell side indicator here is almost close to triggering for the Bank of America sentiment indicator. So, have we gone over that before and the market just bolt? Yeah, I think you saw extremes both in the dot-com boom and actually the post-great financial crisis move was also so you can get extremes on both sides. But the point is that once you start entering into this territory, and you saw we just kissed that line back in the end of 2021 and fell off, and the similarities between now and the end of 2021 are very close. I think you have declining net liquidity from the Fed, right? You have the catalyst here is that they're basically going through with the government spending, right? And they're calling all of that. And guys, a large part of our GDP expansion has been government debt driven. So we're doing the opposite here. And both Trump and Musk have both said that, hey, we're going to have some upfront pain, which is kind of surprising. But I think what they're realizing is once this is out of the way, the last tail end of the administration is going to be gangbusters. And I would tend to agree. So you have to me, this is just a good dip buy opportunity that's coming. But don't sleep on this right now, because retail's, going in. Personally, I talk to people, I don't get any sense that anyone's worried about much. Maybe 1 out of 10 people that I talk to that are looking at things more deeply than the average guy can see that, yeah, there's probably some trouble ahead, but everyone else is just like everything's honky-dory. So I think largely retail is walking toward the cliff, sleepwalking toward the cliff. Crypto, they think, the next alt season's right around the corner. In reality, if you look at those charts, most of them are round-tripped. They're, in terms of their price in BTC terms, have round-tripped their value, or, basically blew off in December in USD terms and probably aren't coming back. So I think it's slowly, the picture's being painted here slowly but surely. Jan Croissant said if we don't crack a new all-time high pretty soon, doesn't look good for the rest of February. Looks like we're putting another lower high here, right? Even though it seems kind of choppy, but this is what you get at highs: big down, big ups, but zoom out and you're losing ground. And that's exactly what's happening here. So I think there's a significant chance that we pull back pretty hard going into March at this point, unless we bolt and make a new all-time high here, which I'm not leaning as that's going to be the outcome over the next week or so. I think then you got to watch out to the downside. So, watch that FOMC level that we had 60, 32 or so on S&P 500 is that level. If we dip back under that again, then you might have a clue that we got more downside coming.
Yeah, and I'm probably that one person out of 10 that you talk to that's bearish with you.
Yeah.
So so we're in the echo chamber. But look, there's still trades that you can
Oh,
make.
yeah.
It's just getting more of a stock picker's market again. And with the by the way, volatility crashed again, Phil. So it went from 20 back down to 15. So they're just squeezing every piece of fruit they can here to make juice. So I think we're pretty close. But with that, guys, come check us out, tradelikeagenius.com. We're constantly creating new tools and insights for you guys. And look, what we charge for service is nothing to what you get out of it. So even though Phil and I might be yammering away here at the death of the U.S. stock market, every day there's long trades to take. And as time goes on, there'll be more and more short ones to take. So with that, Phil, I'll let you guys go. Have a great day.
Trade Genius.